take digging deep, eyes wide open, words unspoken. Where are you going, darling? Where have you been? Stories to tell, emotions we felt, good and the bad in the hands we've been dealt. I wanna know why, I wanna know why you're the way you are. He's from the city, she's from the south. Two different chapters told miles out. They're back row living in his White House. So many stories that I need to know. Not every story's written on a sleeve. Some stories take digging deep. Eyes wide open, words unspoken. Where are you going, darling? Where have you been? Stories to tell, emotions we felt, good and the bad in the hands we've been dealt. I wanna know why, I wanna know why you're the way you are. So many stories right in front of me. Some people climb to heights I've never seen. Too many falling down off their feet. These stories take digging deep. Eyes wide open, words unspoken. Where are you going, darling? Where have you been? Stories to tell, emotions we felt, good and the bad in the hands we've been dealt. I wanna know why, I wanna know why you're the way you are. Why you're the way you are. Why you're the way you are. Tiptoe around with face of a stranger. Quiet observer, never get too close. I see the world, but it's through this window. Another side to see, I'm ready to know. Not every story's written on a sleeve. Some stories take digging deep. Eyes wide open, words unspoken. Where are you going, darling? Where have you been? Stories to tell, emotions we felt, good and the bad in the hands we've been dealt. I wanna know why, I wanna know why you're the way you are. He's from the city, she's from the south. Two different chapters told miles out. They're back row living in his White House. So many stories that I need to know. Not every story's written on a sleeve. Some stories take digging deep. Eyes wide open, words unspoken. Where are you going, darling? Where have you been?
Hello, everyone, and welcome
Oh,
to Sunday.
for a while I thought there was two of us.
It's a little new to us. We have changed once again, and we're going to now try this StreamYard thing. So I've been kind of playing with it the last last little bit, trying to get some nifty things going on. Gonna get I'll play with the buttons a little bit, kind of see what it does. And whoops, that didn't work. That didn't work either. Okay. So I'll have to figure all this out. But yeah, this is welcome to Silver Sunday on this September 12th, 2021 year of our Lord. So yeah, so today's gonna be an interesting night. We're gonna introduce ourselves, and then we're gonna do random Q&A. I found a Tommy gave me something, and I tried to go to that, and it didn't work for me. It may be an app thing for phones, but I did find one. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna try something since well, no, let's introduce ourselves first. So I'm Roland. I am I keep getting off my camera. Where am I at over here? I am the chief cook and bottle washer at Silverline. Got my shirt on today. And the writer of a couple of projects. I hesitate to show this because Pete is gonna, get antsy.
Oh,
I've got this one in my hands, and I've got this one in my hands. Yeah, yeah, it looks good. So I got these yesterday. The first batch, and I need to post this on the Kickstarter because someone asked the question. I'm like, oh, you don't watch our streams? I give you updates on the streams all the time. And I'm like, you should watch the streams. So I'll have to remember to do that. I do have them all in my hands now. The first batch is going to go out tomorrow. I think counted 20, almost 30 books are going out tomorrow. I've got Haley I got the commissions from Haley. Do not have those from Tommy or from Pete yet, so that's okay. So those will probably be the last ones going out. It's not unusual that the commissions are the last ones that go out, because you guys it's the other stuff is done, right? But it's the commissions got to get done. That's new stuff that has to get generated. So yeah, so I'm excited to see those, and they look really, really good. So. That's me. Next up here, I'm assuming everybody's seeing exactly what I'm going to see now, so no more guessing. Next up, though, is Peter Clinton. Pete, tell everybody who you are.
I've never been so zoomed in on me. Look at me.
I know, it feels really close, doesn't it?
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm the artist. I'm the penciler on that Silverline team up book we just saw. So yeah, that's me. Just a penciler. I pencil other stuff too. I draw other stuff, but that's what you're going to know me for if you watch these streams. What am I penciling at the moment? I'm actually finishing a commission for the Kickstarter, so I won't show that because that's not fair. But I'm also, what am I drawing, Roland? I'm drawing
the Christmas thing.
Six pages for the Christmas special.
Yep, which hasn't been announced yet. I hope Tommy's not listening.
I'm not drawing that. I'm not drawing that.
Well, there's a special thing coming up, right? The special thing.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. I'm drawing Trump's. I'm drawing Trump's issue 4.
Yep.
I'm drawing Trump's issue 4, and obviously the continuation of Silverline Team Up. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and the cool thing is
we should have a 5-second delay on these streams, so we can say things like that happening in the future. I feel like Tom Holland now. I feel like Tom Holland in the Avengers is spoiling everything. So yeah,
yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you are about halfway on both Trump's 4 and on Team Up number 2, right?
Yeah,
Trump. Half done with both.
I left Trump's 4 before I had to not stop doing it. But yeah, pretty much halfway on both those. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tommy, I saw him today. He came over to sign some books, and he said, "You know what? Because he has like 4 things he's inking, and I was telling him, no, I need you to do this thing. I need you to do this thing first, and then do that." And he goes, "I think you need to create a priority list now." He goes, "I think we've got enough stuff going. We got enough different little pies going on that you need to create a priority list." And I said, "Well, the special thing that we haven't announced yet, that takes top priority. So don't do this other thing that you're working on yet, right? And he's like, yeah, but C might get mad. I'm like, nah, C ain't going to get mad. Because obviously, you know, he was talking about rejects. And I'm, no. You got to finish this thing before you do that. And I said, you've got a bunch of pages done so that, you know, we can see them and we can, you know, move on with that too. So, all right, next up is C. Michael Lanning. C, tell everybody who you are.
Hey, I'm C. Michael Lanning, independent artist. I've done work for Arrow Comics, even for the, if you could, I could see it. Here we go. Indie Bolt Revolt up there. And of course, worked on Silverline's The Rejects. And I did a Christmas card last year. So
yes, you did.
You know, so I did something special.
Yeah. So if you're on our mailing list, you got our Christmas card last year. Here it is, right here. You would not believe the number of these I had returned to me. So there you go. This is no. I mean, like this, like see a little yellow label, right? And so look at all these. Look how many there are here. All these came back to me.
What does yellow label mean? What does yellow label mean?
It means they couldn't deliver it. It's a yellow label is a return to sender, not deliverable as addressed, unable to forward. So I'm gonna say I can't remember. I wish BJ was in here to give me the answer. We sent out 700 of these things, I think. Maybe not that many. I think we printed 700 and sent out about 400 something. I don't remember. Anyway, we probably got about 50 of them returned to us. And I'm like, well, dadgummit, you know, why are you on my mailing list with a faulty address? This one was a blank though. I've had it here for a while. But yeah, this is the Christmas card. If you were on a mailing list, you got this last year. C. Michael penciled this, and we were really, really happy with that. So yeah, that was
I'll be Flormonti and colored by Roberta.
Yep, absolutely. So, okay, so let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try this. So I'm going to ask you all to bear with me here. So I think I got to share screen, and then I share. Is that what I'm doing? Sharing?
I guess.
I think so. See if this works. Yeah, look at that. So, shout out to Daytona Beach Comic Con. They are nice. They are one of our sponsors, and or they are our only sponsor, I guess I should say. And this is coming up on right here, September 18th, 2021. On Saturday, it goes from 10 to 5. On Sunday, it goes from 10 to 4. There's going to be a whole bunch of Popel. Popel will be there. And look at this. Silverline will be represented. You're going to see I will be there. Haley will be there. Brent Larson will be there. John Martin will be there. Barb Kalberg will be there. This is Barb's first ever appearance in the entire state of Florida. Wow. So check through your back issue list. Find out what you have that she did, which is a whole bunch of stuff. Barb says also her bibliography is on her bio on the Silverline website, so you can check that. John Medic will be there, and Scott Wakefield will be there. Also, though, we'll pop over here to the comment.
You gotta love Scott's picture. Scott looks like he's a curator in museum.
We'll go back to that in a minute. You got Thomas Flormonti will be there, and then I thought there was somebody else over here. Where is John Crowther? John will be there as well. Well, why is he not? Was he here? No. Oh, okay, yeah. He's going to be there with Inverse Press. So he'll also be there to sign copies of Teen Beetle, but he's going to be with the Inverse Press crew. So make your plans. Don't forget, if you don't have our comics, you can. Obviously, we want you to back Kickstarters because you can get the Kickstarter and then get back issues with the Kickstarter, right? But if you don't, and you're like, yeah, I don't do that, you can get them from Indie Planet. And this is Indie Planet right here. I'm showing this. You can see we have our books there. Bloodline, Cat and Mouse 1, 2, 3. Look, Cat and Mouse has a review. That's what you also. That's what you need to do. You buy comics from Indie Planet. Boy, I cannot speak today. Indie Planet. You buy comics from Indie Planet. Leave us a review. Leave us a review, and hopefully it's 5 stars. But leave a review so that others that come along and are looking for stuff to buy can see that you have left good word. What that's I was gonna say, why is that $2.99? That's not that's wrong, but no, that's right, because $2.99 is for the retro edition. But yeah, so you can pick up our stuff here if you don't have it and want to get some back issues. But Kickstarter, we are on the Kickstarter. We are finishing up Kalis. Bunch of you got Kalis 1 and 2, and so now it's done. We are collecting 3 and 4 into a single double-sized issue, and it's going to have this cover on it. See, we got fancy. We have a 3/4. That's not 3/4. It's 3 and 4, right?
Oh, get 3/4 of the book. That's how we're giving you.
Give you 3/4 here.
So this is the special Kickstarter exclusive double-sized issue, but you can also get the trade, which was done by Pete.
I remember doing that.
That's right. The trade was done by Pete, and I did get this cover. And this cover too. I need to update this. So this cover has been colored.
Yeah, I've seen the colors for that one.
Yes, that's right. In our private group chat, you've seen it. And then this one has been inked and colored also. So I've got to get those updated for all of you who are considering backing. So you can get the trade if you want to get the trade. You're like, I didn't get 1 and 2. It's fine. Just pick up the trade. Or you can also you can get issues. You can get the collected volume 3 and 4. To get so if you've got 1 and 2, then you'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Or you can get the individual issues, or you can get them all. So we are already at our funding goal on Kickstarter. So thank you so much for everyone that helped get us there. This is the first time we are ever running a I don't know what you call it.
Indiegogo.
Yeah, but I was trying to dual campaigns, right? On Indiegogo. First time we've ever been on Indiegogo, and we're not quite halfway to the goal. We wanted to set it kind of low because we're like, we don't know, the people on Indiegogo don't know us. They don't know anything about the Silverline. They don't know that we have run 11 Kickstarters and fulfilled them all on time. They don't know that yet, and I know a lot of them have been burned with not getting their Kickstarters. I'm sorry, their Indiegogos and stuff like that. So so we set it kind of low, hoping that we could make on Kickstarter and then combine the two. So we're hoping you guys now on Indiegogo, it's a little simpler. You can get the graphic novel, which is the featured one, right? Or you can get the complete miniseries. Or you can get both of them. You can get because some people say, "Hey, I don't just want the graphic novel. I want the floppies too." So you can get just the graphic novel. You can get just the miniseries, or you can get both of them. So as you can see, we've got 3 people who've claimed the graphic novel. I kind of like the way you can see that, right? I guess you can see that on Indie Planet. I mean, on Kickstarter. Someone else may have to talk to Donnie. So anyway. There's that. We hope that you will consider. I don't want to leave. How do I do this? Stop screen. There we go. So we hope that you'll consider checking those out and backing if you can. If you can't, at least share it around to folks that you know who like comics. Let me see here. Look at this. All right. So here's something new that I can do. Phil Leon says, "Sup, Silverline peeps? What's up, Phil?"
Wow.
And what you guys, do you know Phil?
Oh, just when did we learn to do all this?
Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty. This is StreamYard thing. This is
you
the
can
whole.
Actually see in your right hand side, Pete. You can actually see the comments coming up as they come up.
So you guys can see them too?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So for those of you who know Phil, some exciting stuff about him. Phil has colored White Devil #1 that we will be kickstarting in November. We have 2 R.A. Jones books coming up in November. White Devil #1, along with Twilight Grim #3. So Phil is a talented fella. Oh my goodness! Then Michael McElroy says, "I'm holding Timus hostage, printing at the office. Sorry, he can't come and play." Yeah, so we're gonna have words, Mr. McElroy. I understand that he is also trying to prep for Daytona Beach Comic Con. So, Oven says hello, Silverline family. What's up, Oven? You guys, Oven rocks. I didn't get the chance, which I'm sorry about that, Oven. I did not get the chance to talk with you too much at MegaCon. I think every time you came around the table, there was someone else there talking to me, and there was just, and you were only there the one day. Are you going to get the chance to come to Daytona by any chance? I hope so. There's going to be a big crew of us there, and you need to bring your books if you can. See, Michael just disappeared.
No, I'm here.
Oh, I got you.
I don't know what the deal is. I'm just skipping so bad, so it's just better for me to do this.
Sure, okay, no, but it's. I first thought that was just an image of the moon.
No.
I was like, that's a cool moon. Oh wait, that's not moon. That's Rejects. That's Dark Joan.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy says, "Help me." Yeah. Nita says, "I trained him well,"
which is crazy because I've been on StreamYard a long time before she showed up. But whatever. So he trained him.
Yeah. So, So let's see. Phil says, "Wait till you dig into all the goodies, bells, and whistles you can do with StreamYard." Oh, that's. I'm looking forward to that. It's something that I've been on StreamYard a bunch of times. A lot of these podcasts, a lot of streams use that, and we used the free version briefly, and that's where you couldn't really do you couldn't really have any of the bells and whistles. But I broke into I broke the wallet out and bought a subscription to this thing.
Good.
Yeah, so that's why I get to play with. I was showing Pete earlier. I've got, I figured, where was it at here? So I had this, right? Then there's just the kind of the red background, which I don't think I like. Then we have the Gallimore cover.
I like
but
that.
I think, I do too, but I think I need to kind of do this to it. I don't know what you
like that.
Yeah,
put that filter. Yeah, because a filter kind of softens it and then kind of pops us out. So I like that because I had it looking like this, right? And this looks good, but it kind of loses us a little bit. So
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So I've started playing with it a little bit. And you guys could get the first few. So there's this, right? And now keep your eyes up on the upper left-hand corner. So on Tuesday, Tim can come in and do this, right?
Nice.
That's Silverline show on Tuesday, right? And then the Whammers can come in and do Wednesday Wham. Right? See how it changes up there a little bit. So I haven't gotten into it a lot, but there is it does look like there's a lot of really cool things that we can do, and so I'm kind of excited about that. So
I'm glad you're enjoying your new toy.
Well, the thing about it is it's a tool. Sometimes tools can be toys, right? It's a tool, and the one thing I want to make sure that I can do is use the tool, right? Because we've talked about artist tools before, and you've got a ruler, but it doesn't do you any good if you don't know how to use it, B, don't use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right. Anita says our internet has been wonky since the hurricane. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah. I've seen a few videos from down around your area, and boy, there's a lot of people hurting. Like I think you told me in a message, see that you guys were pretty lucky. So,
yeah. We're Baton Rouge. Like you hear about Katrina a lot, but Katrina didn't affect Baton Rouge as much as say New Orleans and those areas down there. But this one really gave us a punch. So,
Yeah. 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 They're pretty, you know, my wife's family is all from Biloxi, Pascagoula area. So they were hit with Katrina pretty hard. But I think Katrina, everybody was saying Katrina had this had the same path as Katrina, but I think Katrina was actually more east of you.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah.
So
Really.
Oven says, I understand. I didn't want to crowd your table at a big show. I'm trying to do Kissimmee fandom, but that might not happen because I have COVID. Oh, sorry to hear you have COVID. Yeah, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm like, you know, we the more of us that get it, the closer we are to actual real herd. What is it? Herd immunity. So hopefully, Oven, it does not affect you. Hopefully, to be kind of like you, because I had it as well. And hopefully it'll be kind of like it was for me. I was down kind of a day and a half. I had the one day that was the worst for me, and I really just slept all that day. And then the 2 days on either side of that, I was up and about and was just kind of bleh, right. And then I just kind of mostly felt tired. So hopefully you're able to recover quickly. And I guess if you have it, they're not going to let you out of the house for Daytona, which is a big bummer, dude, because yeah, there's going to be 9 folks there, and let's see, Scott, Barb, John, and those are our out-of-towners coming. Scott, Barb, John, I think that's it. So that's the out-of-towners. I don't know if you heard me say it at the beginning. It's Barb's first ever appearance in the state of Florida, so that's kind of exciting. So what else is going on, guys? Anything?
Well, no. No, I've got. I can't do Daytona because I don't live in your country.
Yes.
I do have my first convention in 2 years. I don't know.
Wow.
I think the last convention I did
was that the one in New Jersey?
Was New York Comic Con.
New York Comic Con. Wow.
In 2000 and no, it can't have been 2019.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it, 2020 was shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it was.
So this is your first show in almost 2 years, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a new show, so I don't know if it's what it's going to be like, and you don't know if people are going to turn up because if they're still worried or not, or if they are going to turn up because they haven't done a convention in 2 years.
You know, I'll tell you, my experience has kind of been people are anxious. They were at least down in Florida, which, you know, Florida man, and we can say all kind of jokes about Florida, but they were anxious to get out, and they weren't afraid to spend money. That was kind of nice, you know. Most of them masked up. I had, I don't know if you can see it. I got a big bottle of, oh, you can't see it here. I got a big bottle of hand sanitizer that I carry and put on my table, and it's free for anyone to use, you know. And that's all, a lot of that around as well. So,
I saw the photos from the Supercom, the Florida one, whatever it's called. Everyone seems to be wearing masks. So I think that's the messages I've had from the convention I'm going to are all saying you've got to wear a mask.
Mask up. Yeah,
which is fine.
Well, they had people walking around making sure that you were wearing masks.
Oh, at MegaCon, yeah, they were pretty strict about it. Yeah, and I know Daytona will probably be that way as well. I'm guessing. I don't know, but yeah, you know, the thing about MegaCon, most of the folks, you know, I would say, and I'm, you know, numbers is not me, but 95, 96, 97% of the people were masked up and did not seem to be complaining. You know, I saw 1 or 2 come by and you know, then someone said something to them and they grumbled a little bit. But we're talking a great big convention, and 1 or 2, I think those are pretty good numbers, you know. So yeah, so I think all this was about, you know, Oven getting COVID, which I'm really sorry to hear, yes. Oven. Hopefully you'll heal up quickly, because we need you to read some comics and let us know what you think, man.
Yeah.
Stephen Brown said, made it just in time. Glad to hear it, Stephen. We are so excited that you're with us again. And then he says, did you get my email? I did. I just have not had a chance to look at it yet. Not true. I popped it open and and peeked at it and scrolled through it, and I'm like, ooh, I don't have time to read all that just yet. So so it's still there, still waiting on me. And that's usually kind of what happens when folks ask me to read stuff. It's kind of like, you know, I will, but if you can, the shorter, someone asked me to read their 90-page graphic novel script one time, and I just said, you know, probably not going to happen. Can you give me a 1-page summary?
So the comic itself was going to be 90 pages, or just this manuscript was 90 pages?
No, you know what? I don't know now that you mentioned that. It was
really descriptive of every panel.
It was a graphic novel, so
yeah.
At least more than 60, I would think. Yeah, so I don't know. Steven says his comic is I forget. I got to remember I can put these up on the screen. He said his comic is 27 pages, so it's kind of an odd number for printing, but you know, thanks to print on demand, you can do that. You'll just have to find, you know, something else to fill your other pages. So Pete, when is that? What show and when is that?
That's Meanwhile Festival in Coventry, and that's what's next weekend? 17th and 18th.
It's the same week as Daytona. Oh, hey, yeah, so have you seen the images we've been posting about the Daytona stuff?
Yes, of course.
So if you've got one for that show, send it to us, and we'll put it up too.
I do not.
Okay.
I'm not sponsored by Meanwhile Festival.
I gotcha.
Oh, I don't have that. No.
So you're not a guest there, then? You're just setting up?
No, I just setting up. Yeah.
I got you. Next year you'll be a guest.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, next year you will be a guest, and then they'll make one of those little things for you. Because someone said something to me and said, "Hey, can you make me one of those?" I'm like, I didn't make that. The convention made that. It's just like,
no, I have to make my own advertisements. I have to do that myself in Photoshop.
Well, listen, if you do that, seriously, you send it to us, and we'll Silverline wants to promote you there as well. So, cool. And I've got my fingers crossed that you'll get your books before then.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, obviously, I've got the ones you've sent me before, but I haven't got Silverline Team Up yet because no one has. No. Yeah, not yet. No one has. No, and the first Kickstarter fulfillments are going out Monday. So, and for those of you who don't remember, this is what it looks like. It looks so good.
So it does look good. Tommy's flipped through it a bunch, and that got blurry, didn't it?
But he hasn't read it. He's only flipped through it.
You know, he was here today signing books.
I'm not convinced Tommy can read. So that's why he likes comics, because he just looks at the pictures.
Looks at the pictures. I can tell what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's not here to defend himself, so
he's not. And he's probably not listening anymore, right? So, yeah, I asked him today. I said, so you realize we're going to Daytona Beach Comic Con this coming weekend, and we're going to have that book there. I said, are you going to read it before then? He goes, I guess I probably should, so I can talk to people about what's going on.
Oh, stuff happens, and
well, that's what this guy here, he goes here, and then these other guys attack him, and
Champion's in it, and Miss Fury's in it.
Right. Here you go, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Tommy says, I'm listening to you jerks. Michael McCarroll says, I may have to agree with you about Thomas.
Oh, no, he better not. So he's with Thomas, so.
He is, yeah. And if you've ever met Tommy, Tommy's a pretty sizable dude, so you don't want to make him upset, so. Right. Yeah, Stephen Brown said 27 pages. He was trying to find a stopping point. So here's the thing. Here's the teacher coming in out in me, right? So here's the thing you got to do with comics. You got to realize that comic writing is different from television writing or prose writing when you could just kind of write, prose writing is obviously you just write until you're done. I mean, sometimes you have word counts depending on magazines and things like that, but you just write. You can't do that in comics because you're dictated by the page. And so you have got to determine, okay, here's how many pages I'm going to print. And so, and you can price that all out. You know, you can go to someplace like Kablam and say, okay, well, I can print 24 pages, or I can print 24, 26, and 20. I guess it's 28 is next, 28 pages. Then I can print 32 pages. And so you got to decide how many you're going to have. And then you've got to make sure your story fits. Sometimes that means you got to cut some stuff. And as the writer, that's on you. You got to get in there and do that.
I think there's a saying in writing called, what's it, kill your darlings?
Yeah, kill your darlings. Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
yeah. And then he says, when you get it,
you got to let it go.
That's it. Well, and that's the thing, you know, this is one of the things about comics that's a little bit different, is that we're dictated by the page, not by time. You know, film, television is dictated by time. How many minutes do you have? We are okay. You guys gotta see. Here's Tommy's. Y'all just wait. I'm about to join in.
Not if we don't let you.
Joining in a good mood.
He goes from angry faces to happy faces there. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the one thing that you know, I talked with a guy today. I'm not sure when he's going to release it. Wes at is it Thinking Critically or Critical Thinking? I have to look real quick to figure that out. But that's one of the things we talked about is storytelling, and a comic storytelling specifically, and how you've got the decompressed storytelling, and there's so much, so many writers today take forever to make something happen. And you can sit down, you know, if you read a comic book in 5 minutes, I contend that you've wasted your money and it's the writer's fault. Now, the art might still look really nice, right? But if you can finish a comic book in 5 minutes, you're being gypped out of story. So
I'm shaking my head, you can't even see it. So, but yeah. I mean, there has to be a balance of both in there, honestly, so that you feel like you're getting your money's worth. This is how it is. I've had comics to where most of the page is just action, and then you have 2 or 3 pages of dialogue. And you're just kind of like, what? What is this? I spent $5 on 2 minutes.
Right? Yeah. So let me see if I can. Let's see. I'm going to word this in just such a way that you guys can figure it out. If I can finish your comic in one sitting, there's not enough story there. Now, I was very clear to enunciate sitting.
Sure.
But go with me, right?
Right.
If I can finish your comic in one, then I don't have enough story, right? I need to be able to leave it on the porcelain and come back and finish it. Bobby Weskovich says, "Hey, Roland, have a great night." He did not call me Big Dummy tonight. He must be tough. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that's my pa-in-law. Thank you, Screw Loose. I hope you have a good one as well. Thank you for listening, as always. Okay, guys, I got a random question generator. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, I guess I'd have to share the screen to get it. I guess I could try that. Let me try that. So you'll know, share screen. You know what? I don't want to share my screen. Either one of you guys want to share art? Oh, that's right. You're doing the commission.
I'm finishing the commission. I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just doing the finishing the roughs because, I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, it's going to take. It's taking me a little longer than I thought.
Gotcha.
Let me see.
What you see?
Let me see, because I'm going to have to come in from a different computer. Let's see, I don't have anything. I just have to draw. Stuff.
Well, I don't want to interrupt your flow.
Oh no, I'm not.
You could work on layouts for cover for number 2. or have you already done that?
No.
Okay.
See, but now you got me. I have to think. God, see, I'm trying to find it. Over here.
All right. Well, if you find it, just share it. I'll see it pop up there, and then we'll go to share. Okay. So I just hit this is from conversationstartersworld.com random question generator. I just I tried the link that or the thing that Tommy, see, I wrote it down. Tried the thing that Tommy gave me, and I couldn't get it to come up. So I just said random question generator, and this is what this came up. So the first question here is, does a person's name influence the person they become?
Well, that's a very good question. I had this conversation with some kids I was talking to the other day about writing, oddly enough, and I was saying that the 4 things you should figure out first. So the character's name.
There should be a share screen. I'm sorry, Pete.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Does it show a share screen?
Yeah. Hold on.
Work with Streaming. Oh, you got it.
There you go.
Yeah, so I was saying that they should figure out the character's name, where they come from, what they're afraid of and what they're proud of. And I'm saying that I find names for characters really difficult. And I said to them, do you think it matters what a character? Does it matter what they're called? Because Shakespeare, a rose by any other name, still
right?
Doesn't. So he's basically saying it doesn't matter what your name is. But then it depends. If your character is called Roland the Dragon Slayer, you sort of conjure up an image of, he must be a great warrior or a dragon slayer. He kills things. He's not a farmer. So
right.
On the one hand, yeah, but I also think if you're writing a fantasy piece, you can do names like that.
Right.
But
yeah, so it's a little different than Mike the Dragon Slayer, right?
Yeah.
And nothing against anyone named Mike.
He's trying to stretch a screen at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
wait a minute. Hold on. I totally missed that. What, Mike?
You did miss that, didn't you? Yeah. Oh no. Here we go. Tommy says he's got a question. Who should be nicer to their inker? C. Michael or Mr. Pete?
Well, as you're not inking me immediately, I'm not worried.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that it influences the person they become so much, but possibly. I think that if you've got for Roland, right? So I would love to tell you that my mom and dad named me Roland because they knew that Roland was the legendary courageous hornblower for Charlemagne.
Of course.
But that's not the case.
Oh.
I would love to tell you that, but I asked them, one time, a long time ago, I said, why did you name me Roland? Where did that come from? And my dad said, I worked with a guy whose last name was Roland, and we thought that was pretty neat.
Who does that? Yeah, that'll do. Give him that.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the way that came about. But it's my middle name, and so I have problems with it. Even my work. If you've ever gotten an email from me from my work address, it doesn't come from R man, it comes from B man, and that's because they can't figure out how to attach my middle initial to it. I thought, like, okay, I'm working at the highest tech geek school I've ever worked at, and you can't figure out how to give me R man for an email address instead of B man. So I have to explain it a lot of times why, I go by Roland, but B is my email address. And even my Gmail account is B Roland Man. And of course it's funny because some people say Brolin Man, right? Phil says, hey, Tommy. And he says, I thought it was from a Warren Zevon song. LOL. Roland? I don't guess I remember that one. I know who Warren Zevon is, but
I got my mother gave me my name from a commercial. There's some kind of commercial out there where they were singing Christopher Michael, and I got that name. Not because not because of that year that I was born. The most popular name was Michael. The second most popular was Christopher. So I got it from a commercial somehow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your mother told you that? She said, we like the commercial?
I guess so. I don't know what to do. I was like a Campbell commercial or something. Campbell commercial.
Now about you, Pete, where'd you know your name?
Pretty sure I'm just named after my granddad. He was called Peter too. So he wasn't called Peter 2.
So you're Peter 3?
Peter, yeah.
We know how you British are, you know, Peter the third, and
we've got a number. Yes, that's it. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
I assume I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Where it comes from. Yeah, you know, that used to be really big here in the United States. Used to be big. Like if you look up your genealogy much, you'll see that it wasn't unusual that you would have your kid, you would name them after all of your siblings, right? And so that's one of the reasons genealogy can be confusing sometimes, because, you know, a lot of the families in the, 16, 17, 1800s, they all had, 10, 12 kids, and they're all, you look, they're all named John and Michael and Thomas. And, we have a lot of those in our family. But it's like, okay, well, I'm naming my kid Thomas and Michael because my brother is Thomas and my wife's brother is Michael, so they named them after siblings, and it can get confusing.
Oh yeah. I've got a few William Thomases and Thomas.
Yeah. So I don't know. Does the person's name influence the person they become? I don't know. I don't know that. Unless you got. So I'm a college football fan, and sometimes there's a guy, the quarterback at Oklahoma now. His let me get it right. Oklahoma quarterback. I think it's something like. I'm not gonna quarterback. Spencer Rattler. I'm like,
oh gosh,
what a cool name, Spencer Rattler. It's like he's the quarterback. Okay, it's like he's a rattlesnake ready to strike. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool,
Well, see, I thought for the longest time Stephen King had changed his name. I thought he'd come up, it was something. I thought maybe Richard Bachman was his real name. Come to find out, no, that's his real name is Stephen King. I said, really? Come on.
Yeah.
So,
but his son changed his name, didn't he? Made up a name.
He did.
So writing, he was.
See, I didn't even know his
Joe Hill.
His son.
Joe Hill.
Yeah, Joe Hill. I was reading Lock and Key, and Joe Hill wrote it. And I was like, okay, well, this is good. And then I found out that he was Stephen King's son. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I think I like Joe Hill better.
Yeah. Boy, you better be careful saying that around Stephen King fans. They get a little worked up. All right, I'm hitting the button for the next question.
Oh.
What animal or plant do you think should be renamed?
Well, no, I don't really know enough names of animals, and I certainly don't know any names of plants.
I don't either.
Right.
There's a number of fish that are named. You just feel like the people naming them just thought, well, how stupid can we make this name? Let's see what we can get away with.
Well, I think there's some things that makes like seaweed, right? Okay, that makes sense. You look at that, and that looks like a weed in the sea.
I'm gonna Google this just fun because I read some the other day, and I don't remember them.
I'm telling you, and yeah, I could any other time I could think of something. Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I got two. See this art.
Oh yeah, the other one's going to be my avatar thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's coming from
I have an additional one. There's three. I got three from you. So
yeah, you have my share screen, the one I'm talking through now, and then the other one is because
Oh, I got you. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm
Never
streaming
mind.
through a different computer.
I got you.
than
I got you. I
on.
got you. I got you. I got you.
There is. I'm just sorry. Just that. I think it's a fish. It's called the sarcastic fringe head.
What?
And
Well, why would you want to change that?
I feel like when the guy naming that, it's just looked at his work colleague and thought, God, he's a sarcastic and he's got a fringe. I'm just gonna call it the sarcastic fringe head. Lives off the coast of California. There you go. See.
Really?
Or the number one stupid name, and I forgive me if this gets beeped out. It's just why we need a 5-second delay. It's called the bastard mullet.
That's a real name.
Yeah. Also known as the bony mullet or the oxeye herring, or just plain oxeye. See, bastard mullet again. He's looked at his work colleague and thought, "God, what a bastard! He's got a mullet," and just named it after him.
So you're saying that thing was probably named in the 90s, right?
They just gave up. They just gave up naming them. The slippery dick.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Species of wrasse, wherever that is. The lump sucker. Fish. Just fish. I'm sorry, I can't. This is a joke. This is a joke. Wait. Can you see my screen here? Can you see? Can you?
Oh wait, hold on. We can let's see if I solo layout. There we go.
There you go.
Hubu.
Someone's fallen asleep. They just fell asleep on the
cuppa.
keyboard. They fell asleep on the keyboard there. When that's
Yeah.
That's what they went with. It's ridiculous.
Sounds like Mel Brooks named that fish.
You gotta Google some of these. They're so funny. There's the dumb gulper shark. That's just being mean. That's just being mean. So to answer the question, no, there's nothing I would change. They're brilliant.
Yeah,
they're brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know about again. I don't know enough about either one of them to say. I don't know what like the dodo bird. Who
Yeah. Right.
Now, was that named before dodo was a kind of an insult? You dodo, or did they kind of name it because it's a stupid looking bird?
Has dodo been an insult?
Well, it is, yeah. But I think the insult came from the bird, because if you're such a dodo that you get yourself extinct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, here's one. This comes from it's not from the random question generator, but it's from Stephen Brown. It says, what comic did you have the most fun making?
I feel compelled. I must answer Silverline Team Up.
Yeah, right. What a loaded question, Stephen. Jeez.
Wow, he's really trying.
You're not going to get an honest answer here, Stephen. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. You never know. He meets within Silverline.
I had the most fun making that other comic for that other company.
No, but yes, I did have the most fun, in all honesty, answer doing Silverline Team Up. I mean, it's a short list of books I've made, so. But yes, I had a great fun with that, and a great team. We had good fun. Hi, Tommy. Yeah, no, we had good fun doing that. We've got 3 issues to go, so yeah, we're having good time. Happy to do that.
See, you want a shot at that one?
I enjoyed the Rejects. The Rejects was very fun, but because we got to really kind of create the characters and we went along for this one. The other books I've done are pretty much characters already created. So we with the Hot Flash coming up and Dire Mouse. I got a lot of feedback from that on one of the Facebook sites the other day. I posted up the original character design for Dire Mouse, and somebody really enjoyed that. Oh,
nice.
If you enjoyed that, go check out this page.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was that was a lot of fun. You know, I've told you this before, and I don't remember if I've said it live, but I know I've told you this before. Is that you know, and of course, everything in me wants to pat my own back here, but you were doing a story before this, right? And you had done 7, 8, 9 pages.
I think I got up to about 11.
Oh, 11 pages. God,
yes.
I'm sorry. So, and please don't mishear what I'm saying, right? But the pages were looking good, but it's almost like you had to get something out of your system with those pages. And then when you started the rejects, I was just like, holy crap. What, you know, because there wasn't really a whole lot of time between the two. I mean, it was, there was a little bit of time as you did the character designs, you know, but there wasn't really a huge gap in time between the end of the one and the beginning of the rejects. But really, dude, it was just, you know, for me looking at the art, I'm just like, wow, it was just this huge leap. And, you know, it's almost like you just said, this is a big juicy steak and I'm going to dive in because it's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Well, the other one story, how can I put it? Because I don't want to sound insulting. Because
no. I know let's don't name this story, right?
But it was more of a mystery type story.
Yeah.
Than opposed to a fighting story. And either way is fine, honestly. But yeah, this one was a little bit more loose and what I could do with it. So
yeah. Yeah, well, and when you say loose too, what I feel compelled to add is that when possible, one of the ways that I personally like to write is the Marvel method. I am a big fan of that, mostly because I believe in the artist. I believe that the artist is going to, you know, on 99% of the time, the artist is going to have a much better visual eye than I could ever describe. Now, I've been making comics a long time, so I don't feel like I suck at it, right? But I just think that if I can just tell you, hey, here's what's going on, you can make that look far better than I ever could by saying, panel 1, this happens. Panel 2, this happens, right? Because I feel a little bit, and you know, you guys don't have to confirm, but I feel a little bit, that's a little bit constricting because you're having to put it in the panels that I envision rather than tell the story visually with the action that's there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as you can convey in your script the emotion of what's going on at the time,
right?
So that we can convey that artistically. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
There was one scene that I ended up laying out for that other book, and he got the layouts for it. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe you were able to lay out that scene." I was like, I really thought we were going to have to change that scene. I'm thinking to myself, I spent all night trying to figure out that scene. You mean to tell me we could change it? It's a hard thing to do. So.
Yeah. Michael McElroy says, hey, I got my copy of the Kickstarter today. Special delivery from Thomas. It looks really good. You all did an amazing job. So I am so glad to hear you say that, Michael. Now, are you going to have it read by Daytona Beach Comic Con so you can tell me if you like the story too?
Just have Tommy tell you what it's about. Get the Tommy notes.
Get Tommy to read it to you.
Yeah.
He loves doing that.
All right, next question. This could be interesting. Michael said, whoops, hold on, I skipped one. He says, oh, I just look at the pictures. No!
That's fine with me.
Well, well, I know that he backed it because he's a Tommy buddy, so I get it. I understand.
Look at that.
So the next question says, what would some of the downsides? Okay, what would be some of the downsides of certain superpowers? What about let's come up. Let's each of us come up with a superpower, and then we'll just one, and then we'll talk about the downside. So the first one I'll do is, what about super speed? What would be the downside of super speed?
See, I'd always like to have
attention to where you're going.
Not paying attention to where you're going.
Smack. Straight into the wall.
Oh, it's collateral damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just running like in the Boys, where he literally just ran through someone.
Yeah.
And couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
just
cool.
Obliterates them.
Yeah. Can't stop in time to just go through them. It's like when you're driving. It's too late to stop. Oh, well.
Just plow through.
Bang goes that squirrel. And that's what it'd be like for people. I can see the Flash just running through. It's just a trail of blood and guts behind him.
Yeah. I think you would have to be. So we always show the Flash just running through cities, like crazy. And I don't think he'd be able to run that fast because of those reasons. I think he'd be a place like the streets of New York City are far too busy to have him run super speed like that through and not really kind of, check himself.
Yeah.
I think I've always kind of thought a deeper downside might be that if you had super speed, impatience would be a problem because everyone and everything would seem like they're moving at such a slow pace that you would be impatient because no one could keep up with you.
Well, that was the explanation for why Quicksilver was always such a jerk.
That's what I heard.
Because everyone just is so slow. He was like, "Well, how would you feel?" And I think that's fair. That's cool.
Yeah. Stephen Brown said, having trouble stopping. I think so too. Tommy says, I think I like participating on the show like this. I'm a lurker.
Don't read the comics you ink. Just don't be on the shows you're on.
Yeah.
That's right. You're a lurker.
That's great. So, don't read the comics you ink. Don't be on the shows you're on. Stevens Brown said, on my next comic, I'm going to try to condense issue 2 down to at least 22 pages. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think 22 is a good page number. I think comic book readers are absolutely okay with that. You do 22 pages. You've got 2 pages in for whatever you want. If you're doing it via crowdfunder, then you've got one of those pages you can use as a thank you. I like to use it in our books. I like to list the creators. You don't see that in a whole lot of places. It's something I like to do. It also opens up for the possibility, down the road, and that hadn't happened with us yet, but it's still a possibility that you could sell ad space, right? You've got an entire page that if someone says, "Hey, I've got some money I want to give you," and then you don't turn that down, right? But you can't remove pages. But if you've got a little gimme room, then you've got that to play with. So, yeah, I think 22 is a good number.
See.
So, Michael, what are you drawing there? What are we watching?
I'm messing around with Buckshot and Orc.
Yeah. Buckshot and Orc, who are
part of the Rejects.
That's right. Which will be coming soon.
Maybe now after I said what I said about Tommy, it might not be coming as soon as we want.
Yeah. I wonder if there's give me a second. I'm going to see if I can.
We just know that reading it's not slowing him down. So
yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing Tommy's not the penciler because he would have to read the script.
Oh, poor guy.
We're gonna force you to come on just to defend yourself.
Yeah. Let's see here. Funny. I'm going to try a different random question.
Well, you know, I always had a problem with flying. I would be worried about flying. I'd be kind of like what's his name? The Great American Hero?
Yeah, greatest.
Running
into billboards.
3 feet off the ground or whatever the case. I'd just be too scared. Well, what was it? The Meteor Man that did that. Where he went to go fly, but he wouldn't fly like 3 feet up off the ground just in case
he fell.
It stopped working. That's what I'd be afraid of.
Yeah. Well, the Greatest American Hero he ran into buildings and stuff.
Yeah, see, that would be me. Yeah. I'm telling you.
I don't know. Flight is, what would the downside to flight be? I guess. So well, yeah. If it stops working and you're in midair, what would you have to book flight plans with the FAA?
I guarantee you, I wouldn't.
Yeah, me either. Right? I'd step out my door and fly to work.
I'm gone. See ya.
So, would you have to learn, the flight restrictions to airlines?
No, I mean, you're a small thing. You can get out of the way of a big jumbo jet coming at you. I mean, if you don't see the jumbo jet coming at you,
you're high.
I mean,
literally,
you shouldn't be flying.
Thank you, see.
shouldn't be.
Someone pointed out.
If a thing that size sneaks up on you when you're surrounded by nothing else, then you've got bigger problems.
Who was it that pointed out a song to me, from a guy in Hattiesburg? Must have been my pal Keith Jones. We were playing Friday night's my game night. We were playing games, and he said there was a song by a guy. I would have cleaned my room, but I got high.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard that, Pete?
Yeah.
Really?
That's ODB. Yeah.
Yeah. He's apparently from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So, which is where I went to college. And so
he's dead now. ODB.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I went and listened to the song. I'd never heard it before. I went and listened to the song, and it was really kind of funny. Because he has all these. I would have done this, but I got high. Right.
No, I think you might be thinking of a different song, Pete. Because what Roland's talking about is from Afro Man.
Oh, yes, Afro Man.
Yeah.
Afro Man.
Yeah, but ODP is gone. ODP.
Yeah.
ODP.
Yeah.
ODB.
And I don't know either one of those.
We can't say it here because of old dirty.
Yes. Well, we have said it already today, but
yeah, right. One time only. It's a PG-13 show.
Yeah. Tommy said he started reading Team Up. He got to the double page spread and was so fascinated by the great inks that I had to stop and admire it.
Yeah, the inks are good in that book. I'll give him that.
And for those of you who don't realize, the double page spread is on page 2 and 3. Phil Leon says yes, it's Afro Man. Yeah,
Afro Man.
Yeah. I had never heard of it before, but I was playing games. A friend of mine sent me the link, and I went and it's funny. It's just he was going to do this, but he got high. He was going to do this, but he got, and that was kind of where I was going. If you don't notice an airplane coming, you're probably you're probably high in more ways than one, right? What about you, Pete? You got a power?
About invisibility. There's manner of things that can go wrong with that, I think.
That one worries me too.
Yeah.
There's a video out there of a magician, a park magician, and basically he convinced these couple guys that they're invisible by doing some things, and the rest of the audience is in on it. So they're going around thinking they're invisible, but you can see them the whole time. You just kind of see what they get into. Like,
funny.
Somebody's like, "Oh, the wine's moving by itself," and the guy's like trying to put it back in the basket and everything. One guy's sneaking around trying to see what he can get away with. The other guy's like freaked out. "You can't see me? Tell me you can see me." His hand in front of me.
Well, I think it'd be, if you were in the audience, though, it would be hard not to make eye contact with somebody if they got close to you. You know?
Yeah.
It would be hard to be in on it. If they're distance away, it'd be easy. But if they got up close to you, you know, and waving their hands in front of your face, you know, you got flinching and all kinds of stuff, and I think that'd be tough to maintain.
I don't. I like I said, I'm not positive if it's real.
Yeah.
But I do. Everybody in the audience was acting, so maybe they kind of trained for it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what was it? Some of the I don't know. It's you know, you think about invisibility. There's so many things you could do.
Well, no one can see you, which is obviously great, but not when you're crossing the road.
Yeah.
Trying to dodge traffic everywhere you go, and
it's another one of those powers you can't be complacent with.
Or you become the invisible splat.
Basically, and then you're just an invisible corpse, so people just keep driving over you.
Oh, what happened, honey? Oh, I don't know. I felt like we run over a cat, but I don't see anything.
Eventually, they don't know why, but they eventually put a bump sign up.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's causing the bump, but there's a bump here, so be careful.
So, did you guys ever see Invisiworld, the comic book?
Oh no, yeah, no, I think I know of it. I've not read it. I've seen it. No.
Oh my gosh, it's from the 1980s by a guy named Gary Denier, and it is so it's about an invisible world. Everything is invisible. Right, everything. So there's no art in the comic book.
That's what I was gonna say. Somebody's getting away with cheap art.
It's well, they got one of the big name Tom Orzechowski, I think, big name letterer to do it. So it has great lettering and incredible sound effects, and they have sound effects to things like, you know, that wouldn't normally get a sound effect. It's like fear, you know, things like someone will say something and then the sound effect will be fear. It is so funny because there's the green Inviso. Of course, he's invisible. So why is he green? You know, but there's the green Inviso, and then you have the green Inviso with arrows. It's funny though, the whole comic book, and I think this was probably inspired by John Byrne's Blizzard comic, the Alpha Flight Blizzard issue.
Yeah.
If I don't know that for sure, but if I were to guess, I would think that. But yeah, it's really funny when we're talking about invisibility. Yeah, I think, you know, it'd be interesting. Some of these powers, can you turn them off and can you not turn them off? I think that would be some of the questions. Is if you could turn invisibility on and off, it's hard to see the downside, right?
Hmm.
But if you couldn't control it, then yeah, there could be lots of issues with that.
The question is this though.
Yeah.
Can you change your clothes invisible, or is it just your body?
Well, yeah, if you had to be running around naked, that would be weird.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, did you ever see
certain parts caught in doors and everything? So just that
was Hollow Man, wasn't it? Hollow Man. Have you seen the film Hollow Man?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, where he's basically an invisible man, but he has to get naked to
Well, I think the original Invisible Man had to do that too. H.G. Wells' novel.
Oh, really?
And the original movie, I think he had to do that because he wore bandages around his head, right? And you could see the bandages and you could see his clothes, like he had a big coat on. And when he took those off, then he was invisible. So I'm fairly certain that was the case for the original Invisible Man.
Yeah, probably. Well, again, that goes back to the greatest American hero. I remember seeing when he was invisible, and it was he had to go to a restaurant and he was invisible, and then he wasn't invisible anymore in the middle of the restaurant. So.
Right. Yeah, that would be a problem, right? Yeah, Stephen Brown said one of the problems, one of the downsides of flight would be knowing where you're going or getting lost. You know, because things look different from the air.
Yeah, someone just figures to just fly around until they see something interesting. Oh, I'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I come from one of those generations that, I know the map decently. And I will say this: most Americans have no clue about geography. We are some of the worst, as far as our school systems go. We are some of the worst in knowing, not just world geography, but I'm talking U.S. geography. People don't know where our states are.
That's right. Well, you would say that. I mean, you're a Yankee. You're from Mississippi, so I mean that's
what. You said I'm a Yankee from Mississippi?
It was a joke.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, are we about to fight?
Because of the geography thing,
Yeah. But I taught ESL for a few years, and one of the things I discovered was that the international students coming in were far better equipped with geography than American students. Americans a lot of times didn't say, "Hey, where are you from? I'm from so and so. I don't know where that is." It was like, how embarrassing that is to be the teacher in that class, and or in the ESL class, and then hear an American say, "And I don't know where that is." And it's not like they were from small countries like Qatar or Liechtenstein, right? Not Liechtenstein. What's that little bitty tiny state up country in between Germany and France? Tiny little, just south of UP. Do
you mean Switzerland?
No. It's up on
Liechtenstein.
It is called Liechtenstein, right?
Liechtenstein.
Yeah. It's a little bitty place, right?
If you say so.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of it. When I look at a map, it doesn't jump out at me, so it must be pretty small.
Yeah, it's a really. I can't think that if that's it. I think that's the name of it, but it's like somewhere between Belgium and Germany or something like that. It's up in that kind of area, kind of north towards the North Sea up there.
Oh,
I think one of the things that I noticed is a lot of people think Africa is a country.
Right? Yeah. Where are you from? I'm from the country of Africa.
Yeah.
It's like, which 50 of them would that be?
What are they talking about?
Yeah. It is kind of embarrassing though. It's funny. You guys may or may not find this funny, but when my kids, they're 21 and 26 now. So, but when my kids,
sorry, do you mean Luxembourg?
Luxembourg. Thank you, Pete. I'm like Liechtenstein. That does not sound right.
Yeah, Luxembourg is tiny. Yeah, sorry, you do miss it if you don't look really hard.
Yeah, Luxembourg. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
You forget it's there. Sorry, Luxembourg.
Yeah. Sorry. For all you from Luxembourg listening, we apologize.
Sorry, Luxembourgians.
We don't mean to offend you. But when they turned 16, when they got their driver's license, I went out and bought a Rand McNally Road Atlas and said, "Here's your GPS." My daughter didn't use it at all, I don't think. My son, I think, looked at it a little bit, but yeah, they both have phones, and I'm like, how can you And then, of course, the problem I see with that is that this kind of goes back to Stephen's point here, is that they don't know where they're going. It's like I can go from here to anywhere in the U.S. without a GPS. Now, if I'm going to a very specific address, I might need an exit and a road or two, but I can get from here to any, city. If you kind of tell me where it is without a GPS or even without a map. So it's just one of these things. It's like, I don't understand. I don't think Haley is listening, but Haley, she lives north of me. She came here today to sign the Kickstarter books too. And it's funny because as she took off, she stopped right in the, I live in a little cul-de-sac, and she stopped right in the cul-de-sac. And I was like, what did she do? Is something wrong? But I realized, oh, she's punching in the GPS because she doesn't know how to get home from here. I was like, what? No way. Stephen Brown said invisibility would be a neat power, but having it as a passive power would be a problem. And if it was passive when the user was born, they wouldn't know what they look like.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting. If you were always invisible and did not know what you look like.
Well, you just assume you look like everyone else, don't you?
Yeah.
You must just look like everyone else. Although I think that'll give you some sort of complex.
I absolutely, that's what I was thinking. That would give you some kind of mental, yeah, some kind of complex you'd have to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you might just get over it.
Or you'd be like, you know what? I'm invisible.
Let's see if I can come up with a geeky random question generator. Because those are random questions, but they're really random. Random, funny random question generator. Let's see what this one does. This is the same website. All conversation starters. Click and ask random question generator. Let's see what this one does. Well, that's the one I was just on. Random question generator for kids, for adults, for couples.
Yeah, that one might be a little too interesting.
Yeah. More games. This or that questions. How well do you know me questions? Oh, that might be interesting. Funny things to do with friends. Would you rather questions for teens? Stephen Brown says, yeah, it would be an absence of identity. Tommy says, maybe ghosts are just invisible people.
Never mind. I want to say something about Barry right there, but I'm not going to.
Here we go. Here's Batman trivia questions. And Lord of the Ring trivia questions. Rock and roll trivia questions. Avengers trivia questions. Let's see if any of these turn out. Yeah.
Usually they're really basic questions. Like,
yeah. Like, who's the leader of the Avengers that carries a shield?
And then they're all just film related anyway. So you're like,
yeah. Let's see here. 50 Avengers trivia questions. Let's see here. Where's the question? How many rings? This is a good one. How many rings does Captain America's shield have?
Oh.
You artists need to know that when you got to draw it, right? Oh no! Look what Pete's doing.
He's got 2 red ones and a white one, and he's got blue in the middle. I wouldn't have known that had my cap not been there.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm ashamed to admit.
Would you have known
every
that?
time I draw it?
He's got
every time I draw, I'm like, what the hell does it look like?
13. That's the flag.
Oh well. That was a good guess. At least I know that. So
you do know that one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed the shield thing. I would have had to if I were talking about it, I would have had to Google it and
no, every time I draw it, I have to Google it and have it there.
Yeah. Stephen Brown says 3, and then he goes 4, and then 3.
It's 3 and 1 in the middle. So I mean, yeah, 4.
So so you say I had a blue stripe too?
No, well, hang on. Let me.
It's like red, white, red, isn't it?
So you got
red, white, red. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume this is accurate. It's made by Marvel, so it must be.
Captain America's shield. Let's see what comes up for me. Yeah, red, white, red. Yeah. So yeah, 3. That's the correct answer. What side? Okay, here's a good one. Nick Fury. What side of his face is the eye patch on?
Which one are we talking about? Okay.
Nick Fury.
I'm going to go left.
I'm going to go right.
I'm going to go right. I'm going to go right. The answer says right side.
I was thinking of his life model decoy in that one issue where that one issue where he was able to tell it wasn't really Nick because the eye patch was on the wrong side. Right. Absolutely.
That is such a geeky answer.
Yeah.
I don't know this one. What planet was the Soul Stone hidden on in the movie Infinity War?
Vormir.
See, Michael?
I concur.
Okay. I would not have known that. Vormir is exactly right. Good job, guys.
I'm just
Yeah,
going
enough
with
time,
it sounded good.
Oh, see, now this is the kind you always get. Okay. What is the real name of the Incredible Hulk?
Well, I'm going to say Bruce Banner.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. I was going to say Robert Bruce Banner. But...
Oh, it's not David? No.
It's not Bill Bixby?
What was his name in the original? Was it David in the original?
In the series, yeah.
With Lou Ferrigno.
Yes, they called him
because
David
they thought
Banner.
Bruce wasn't a masculine enough.
Pretty much. That's how I understood it.
I thought it was because they didn't like the double consonant names. You know, Bruce Banner, Peter Parker.
Oh, right.
Maybe
Yeah,
so.
maybe.
That's why I thought it was. Now I don't say that with any kind of authority at all.
Well, that does make more sense because you would think that they would go with Bruce, considering how popular Batman was just before that. So you think it would be okay. You know, they would use Bruce because that'd be easy for people to remember. But I heard the same reason Peter did, so I don't know.
I don't know the real answer. Excuse me, behind that. So, here's another easy one. How many Infinity Stones are there?
6.
I concur.
Same as well. 6. Yeah, 6 is the answer.
I have to look at my hand in. How many knuckles do I have?
Yeah, these have got to be from. I don't remember this in the comic book, so this has got to be. Not saying it's not there, but this has got to be from the movie. Who took out Tony Stark's parents?
Oh, that's the Winter Soldier.
Yes, it's the Winter
I agree. A Winter Soldier is the answer. Stephen Brown says yes, 6. Phil says Stan and his alliterations. Hey, look, you're right, but here's the thing: we remember their names. We remember Peter Parker. We remember Lois Lane. Stan didn't do Lois Lane, but
Well, yeah, but look, he didn't create in a vacuum. That's I'm sure. They replace that as what Clark Kent.
Yes,
even though it's a C and a K, but it's
Yep.
So.
Yep. And they're created so that they'll be memorable. And Phil says, I like alliterations. Yeah. Yeah, I probably should consider that more for the ones I create. I don't do that.
Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Sue Storm. But then it became Sue Richards.
Sue Richards.
But it's still really Sue Storm, isn't it?
True or false? Early Tony Stark Iron Man suits were plugged into the wall.
False.
False.
I'm gonna say false as well. Oh, the answer is true. This says.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says. I'm not sure I believe it, but he can't have been plugged into the wall and gone anywhere. Maybe if it's just when he was creating them.
Well, charging them up, maybe, but I thought I've always known him to have the
chest thing. Yeah. Yep. I mean, even all the way back in the 1960s when he was in the Vietnam War. Who was the person who came up with the name the Avengers?
You mean the creator or the person, the comic character in the comic who said this? I'm gonna
guess this means the person in the comic book.
Yeah. I don't know. Was it Giant Man?
Pym? Hank Pym?
So Hank Pym, I'm
I
gonna
know-
say the Wasp, because I remember
Well,
reading
yes,
it
yes.
and having the little people flying around, and one of them saying something, and she says we should be called something like the Avengers, and then they interrupted it, or nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
Or Janet
Yeah.
Dine.
Now I'm sounding totally geeky, aren't I?
Oh, no.
All right.
Janet
So
Van Dyne was the first Wasp, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Oh,
I got it. The Wasp, wife of Ant-Man. Look who poked his head in, guys.
Oh, hi, Tommy.
he couldn't wait. He had to do
What's up? What's up?
Wait, hold on. How do I get out of here?
Is my mic even working?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, great, cool.
Hey, wait.
Cool.
Hey, Peter, C, y'all y'all look here for just a second. Look who we got with us. We have Thomas Flatamani.
Oh, man. How do I fix that? Fix it. I'm driving. I can't fix it.
You should be able
I think I can fix it. I don't know. But,
How about
let's
that?
see here.
You want me to wreck?
Every week.
I'm trying to avoid the police right now. So
I fixed it.
Thank you
Sorry,
very
I
much. Thank you.
I had to point that out so you guys could see it too.
Okay, so now that I'm here, can we start over?
Yeah.
yeah. All from the very beginning, right?
Yeah. What did I miss? An hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An hour and a half. You sure did. Let's see. Let's think of some of these questions you might. So we were talking about the downside of some of the superpowers. See, you didn't have to go away. I was going to put you back up.
That's okay. Now we got Tommy here. We can have fun now.
Okay, so we're talking about the downside of some of these superpowers. So, what would you say a downside of? Well, you heard some of it, right? What would you say a downside of invisibility is?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to run over somebody. But the downside of driving in the car while trying to do a podcast is this.
That was the
They
downside
were
of.
invisible, you would have ran over them. So.
Yeah, and if you were
the downside of invisibility. Okay. Well, there's a couple of. I don't know if you guys went over it or not. So, can you turn it on and off, or you're just invisible? Period.
Well, that's up to you, really.
Yeah.
Can you? Well, I mean, if you can turn it on and off, then I don't see any downside. Because when you're feeling bad because you're invisible, just turn it off. Then you're just you again. So none.
All right. Well, what about any downside of super speed, like the Flash or Quicksilver?
Well, those guys had to eat a lot, right? So they're always having to eat. Aren't they usually eating just all the time to have the energy?
Yeah.
Metabolism, yeah.
Oh, that's true. You never get fat, and you can eat whatever you want. But those guys can turn it off. They're not actually running, full speed all the time. So I'm going to say none. There you go.
Okay.
You can turn it off. So far it's now okay. So now, like, you go like the downside towards the Thing. Okay, so he's always a big rock guy. So so he's got something he can't turn off.
If you run at like super speed, imagine if someone stepped out in front of you just as you're running. You can't stop, can you? So you're going to have to go through them. Like as you're driving, Tommy, if a deer ran out in front of you, you wouldn't stop.
That's right. You couldn't stop.
Well. Yeah. So the downside of not being able to stop when you're using your power.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you remember? I don't know if you said it because so in The Boys, right? Did y'all talk about The Boys?
Yeah, we
That
Yeah.
first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he
they train.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. You know, you're talking about like the amount of force and mass moving that quickly. How long does it take for you to stop? Really, scientifically speaking.
So scientifically speaking, I remember. So here's one of those random useless facts I remember from driver's ed. For every 10 miles an hour that you're going, it takes you 1 car length to stop. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're going 50 miles an hour, it takes you 5 car lengths to stop. And I don't know how many feet or meters that is because I only remember reading about it in car length measurements.
In this case, I mean, it's interesting that you're saying that because I'm in the car at the moment, and you're exactly right. That's what I remember is every one of these white lines in the thing is supposed to be a car length, and so between you and the person in front of you, whatever speed you're going, that's how many of those spaces you're supposed to be between the person in front of you, or between you and the person in front of you. So if you're going 60 like I'm going now, not 80, then you gotta be you need to be at least 6 of those spaces to be able to stop in time. If they
no one ever
slammed
does
on
that.
their brakes, or if they no, not here in Orlando anyway.
No.
Yeah, everybody's tailgating in Orlando trying to race all the time apparently.
Try to get to Disney World.
Yeah, but the Flash and stuff. If they did run into somebody, because like the Flash is supposed to have like a force field kind of thing, isn't that how they explain it? So, like if he ran into somebody, wouldn't he just get destroyed just as quickly as the person that he ran into? If he accidentally ran, I mean, I'm guessing when he's doing his superpower punches and stuff, he could like pull this punch, right? But if he accidentally ran into somebody running at supersonic speed, wouldn't he destroy himself just as much as he's destroying the person he ran into?
I would say no. And here's the reason, because I recall on more than one occasion, Superman sticks his arm out to stop the Flash, and the Flash runs into it. And that's how Superman stops him, right? Just pow, he runs into it.
But see, that means that the Flash would have to have like a superpower durability of some sort,
yes.
right?
Yes, you would have to
cave it, right? Cave his chest in.
Yeah. Superman stopped me, but he crushed my lungs.
Yeah, right.
My rib cage. Yeah, so I would say yes. Flash has to have some kind of super durability, and think of times where he's slipped on oil and smashed into a building or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stephen Brown says, when I create my characters and give them powers, I would think about how they would react to them and how would they use them.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. I mean,
yeah. I think. I mean, if you give a character powers, that's kind of part and parcel who they are. Yeah. So that has to be a consideration for the character.
Well, it's just like the famous, I have super strength, so now I'm going to destroy the bathroom sink scene from a lot of these movies. Wolverine or Jessica Jones. And they go to the bathroom, and all they want to do is just wash their face, but the whole sink comes off in their hands.
Yeah. I think there would be some of that. Stephen Brown says, when you create a cat and mouse, how did you design the characters? So I didn't design the characters. Dean did them for this relaunch. Dean is the one who designed the characters. I gave him some written descriptions of what I wanted. but those were not particularly specific, because so I wanted them to have a face mask, right? Kind of like a ninja mask is kind of what I said. But everything else, I told him, I said, here's the deal. I want them to be, because Cat and Mouse are, you know, street level guys. And I said, I want them to wear stuff that they could find at the Army surplus store, or the sporting goods store. You know, I want them to be able to. Now, I was not taking cosplayers into consideration, but this would be something that a cosplayer should be able to put together pretty easily. They should be able to go to the sporting goods store or to the Army surplus store and pick up these things so that they could put it together. I wanted it to be, you know, they don't have to go to the super spandex person that you know, what was that person from The Incredibles?
Oh,
yeah.
Edna.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Edna, I can't remember what the last name was, but yeah.
Yeah. So she designed all the you know, so I didn't want them to have to do something like that. And then what happened is Dean did some sketches, just kind of loose pencil sketches, and sent those to me. And I said, okay, cool. I like this thing here. Hey, can you maybe do this instead of that? And just got to something that I liked and he liked, and that was that. Yeah. I don't know that I don't know. So let's talk about C. Michael and the rejects. So it was kind of the same way for those characters. I just had some written stuff. Some I had more than others. I'm trying to remember. Like, so we've got a character in there called G-String.
G-String.
Yes.
G-string. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
one of those type of books. No.
and I said, here's the thing. I think I described him as kind of like a David Bowie. But I wanted him to have a fiddle, right? Because that was his G-string that he would play.
That's
Right. See,
not what I was picturing. As a designer, I started going in a different direction.
But
I thought
that's
that was going to be easy.
Nice.
Very light on costume. Very good. Very light.
Pete's like, I like to start all mine naked anyway.
It cuts out half the work.
No, I will tell you this. I know she's not listening. My wife cannot stand that name. She's like, I don't like that name at all. I'm like, you don't understand. It's not a literal G. It's the G-string.
It's a musical thing.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, but it's a comic book, so it's going to be visual with it. It's not just, you know, someone's going to read it. And I'm like, I like it. I'm keeping it. But I don't think, like, for a character like Dire Louse, I didn't really have any much for that one, did I? Do you remember?
Just what he does. Just basically what he does. Yeah, the what I thought about him was I was thinking he had to kind of personify that Louse look. And he had to be dirty.
Yes.
Because, I mean, he's got lights, you know. He's got to be dirty. And then I'm kind of, you know, kind of the small little bug. That's how I imagined him to be. So, which is one of my favorites. It really is. And then, like I said, I got a huge response off of him. So,
nice. Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think. So we can't talk too much about the villain because story stuff. But like Buckshot, I had a little bit about Buckshot, right? And I had some about about One Round Kid. Divinity, I just said that she looked like, if I remember correctly, I just said she looked like a young housewife, and wears an apron and carries around a spatula. Right?
Well, it's interesting because for Pistol and Nim, you had actors in mind, didn't you?
I did.
You sent me all these actors, and I thought, yeah, they're cool. I know who they are. That's fine. We'll try and speak to that.
Yeah, and because so it's the guys from Ocean's 11, right? The two brothers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I really like the interaction between these two brothers, and I can actually see that with Pistol and Nim. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's just kind of go with that.
With Chris Penn and who was it? Chris Penn and the other Affleck, Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck and the other guy. Yeah.
No, it wasn't Chris Penn. Is that
No,
what
it
you
wasn't
said?
Chris Penn. That's
No,
what I
it was,
said. No, it was
his dad was in Godfather.
God. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I can't remember his name, but
I'll find out.
yeah. So all right. Well, that's actually kind of so we're taking a little tangent here. That's actually a good question for you, for you artists. Do you like having an actor associated with? Hey, I'm kind of envisioning like this actor here as this character. Does that help you at all, or no?
Well, was it Brian Hitch and whoever, Mark Miller's Ultimates? They cast Nick Fury as I think they cast Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then of course, in the film they went and did the same. So that, I'm sure that helped them. I don't think that helped them at all. Actually, I don't think I got anything for that.
No. It was Scott Conn, James Conn's son.
Yeah, James Conn, Scott Conn, yeah.
But yeah, it helps me when I'm drawing actually, because it just cuts out that, well, what do they look like question. So I've got an idea of what they look like straight away in their face. So that's a bonus.
Well, that's something I think, I didn't really do that too much until I kind of started working with Dean. And Dean was like, "Hey, I envision this actor for this character." I'm like, "Okay, I can see that, right?" Or I envision this actor for this character, and I'm like, "Okay." So I kind of got to thinking, okay, well, maybe this is helping him because he was the one like a young Tom Cruise and a young Jessica Alba for Cat and Mouse, right? And I'm like, well, I hadn't really envisioned Tom Cruise so much, but okay, I think I envisioned actually. I will tell you who I envisioned. You guys have seen the TV show Leverage? Yeah, is that a yes or no?
No, I know of it, but no, I've never watched it.
Okay. Yeah. So there's basically the muscle guy in there, kind of long blonde hair guy. It's kind of, and he's a little bit old for the way I see Cat, but I look at him, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the way I imagine Cat to be. And then the blonde, who is the thief in that show, is much like I imagine a Mouse, but the problem with her is she's clearly blonde, and Mouse is supposed to be you half Latino kind of thing. So
well, and I think that's what the issue comes with that. Yeah, it helps, but as long as you don't have to necessarily model somebody completely on that, because sometimes it's just a persona or the way that somebody carries themselves that helps you to kind of grasp a hold of what the character is, as opposed to what they look like physically speaking.
Right.
So,
yeah, I didn't have any actors for mine for rejects.
I had that years ago. A few years ago. Before I was I was still at school, first year maybe, but a guy approached me and said, "Oh, we've got this script. Would you be interested in drawing it?" Of course, you say yes. So, yeah,
of course you do. Yeah.
So I did, and we said, "Oh, we've got these actors in mind for these characters." I said, "Okay, that's fine, no problem." And they had one particular actress who I'd never heard of, and I think she was pretty obscure for this one character. So I was like, "Okay," I found one picture of her, and I sort of, "Okay, I get the idea. I'm not going to draw her, but it will look something like that."
Right.
I sent it to, my other writer says it doesn't really look like her enough. Can we do her face again so it looks like her? I was like, well, okay. You got permission to use their likeness?
Right, exactly. I was going to say you have to have permission to use someone's likeness if that's what you're going to do.
Okay, if you really want it to look just like her. I said, but the difficulty then comes. It's fine if it's a superstar and there's a million photos of them you can use for reference. Right. If it's an obscure person, there's usually a couple on IMDb.
Yeah,
but I don't know what they look like from every angle, so I'm not drawing you portraits. Don't ask for a portrait every single time.
Right.
I'll get close. One of my teachers at the school was working on the John Wick comic, and he said it was great, but the amount of times Lionsgate, whoever it was that owned John Wick, came back and said, "Can you just change his nose? It needs to look like Keanu. It must look like him." Yeah. They obviously had the rights and they could do that, but it just got so annoying. Every angle, it just needs a bit more like him, just a bit more like him. And that would drive me insane as well.
Oh,
if I had to
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
go back
that might be
and
one of those-
I'll change it. I'll change his nose, or I'll try and
Right.
make it a bit more Keanu-ish. Yeah.
Tell me what you ordering. He's going through a drive-through somewhere.
Hello, can I get your order?
Right, yeah.
Silverline Team Up, issue
nothing?
1.
See, that's the one thing I didn't get to try when I was down there was Del Taco. Y'all kept talking about Del Taco and Del Taco. I don't
Yeah.
have a Del Taco here.
Well, so that's where we got to be going Monday after not tomorrow, but the Monday following Daytona Beach. We're gonna go down and have lunch with the Kablam gang. So I'm sure we're gonna end up at Del Taco. You'll just have to plan on it maybe next year. See?
Maybe next time. Yeah.
Yep.
We're planning on Hidden MegaCon at least 2023. I think it is.
Really?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. The whole group of us, something.
You
That's
talking about
what
the Arrow gang or just kind of
Oh, a whole bunch
independently?
of just some independent people. Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily just a group of people.
Gotcha. So you talk about the likenesses, Pete. I was not the editor of this, but being in the same office, you hear it. Malibu had the rights to Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oh, cool.
And so I heard our editor frequently talking about, I got to send it back for corrections. I got to send it back for corrections. I got to, and it was always because of a face thing, right? It's like, well, his eyes aren't right, or his nose is not right. And I will tell you, part of the reason some of those artists got continued work is because they could do the likenesses really well, and Paramount liked it. So we like this guy's likenesses. Keep using him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tommy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Milkshake
All
all
right.
around.
Unbelievable. This guy.
Come in late, and then he's got to stop and eat. Come
I'm
on.
going to stop and eat.
Yeah.
We're just getting a tour of downtown.
Look. I'm a busy guy. I'm so sorry.
I hope you're on the way home to do some inking.
That's right.
I actually am gonna. I gotta finish inking my my commissions.
Yep.
Good idea.
Yep.
Yep. I gotta get mine done before yours gets in. When are you sending yours in?
I've got one to finish, which I've just finished the rough, so I'm going to try and get that done tomorrow now, and then I'll head to the postie.
Because I think Ro and I were saying that one of the ones is all three of us had to do something for, so we gotta.
Yeah.
You're not gonna send that off until they're all here. I'm guessing.
Yeah. One. Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah. One.
He wanted us all to do the same character, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was someone, I can't remember.
I think the character was Raven.
Raven.
I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. No. That backer got a commission from all three of you. So which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait, Raven, DC's Raven?
Yep. DC's Raven.
That's what I drew.
That's the one I drew too.
Yeah, that's the one Haley did
That's
too.
what they're getting.
This is not the Raven I wanted. I wanted the bird.
You drew a bird. That's right.
I was talking about Raven from that obscure 1980s independent comic book. You didn't know that?
Oops, we're all gonna go. Well, I guess we're gonna draw on.
Steven said it would help, but I like thinking how the character's face looks. P.S. Leverage is my favorite show. Yeah, that was a good show. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Well, the guy they're doing it's out again. You know that, right? In their second version.
Same cast?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody but was it Timothy?
Timothy
what
Hutton?
was his name? Yeah, I think he's the only one that's not in it. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well, he wasn't my favorite anyway, so
yeah,
kind of the boss, but no, I like the I can't remember their names now, but I like the muscle dude and the thief girl. So,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
And I like the computer guy, and that was a good show. I like that
him a
show.
lot too. Yeah, yeah. He was on. I think he was on some other show that BJ and I watched. I can't remember now. Revolution. No, not Revolution. It was about the American Revolution. What the heck was the name of that?
Or whatever it was.
Yes. Turn. That's what it was. Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty good. All right. So let me see if there's any other interesting random questions that come up here. What band had the hit single "Teen Spirit"?
Really?
Listen, I just read the first one that's on the Nirvana.
Oh, yeah, Nirvana. It smells like Teen Spirit, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, this is a good one.
Amos.
Who was the lead singer of the Beatles?
Oh.
Right. So if you know anything about the Beatles, this is a good question.
I want to say John Lennon.
No, but you can't. Can you say John Lennon?
Was it John or was it Paul?
Maybe sometimes.
Was there a lead?
That's what I said. Was there a lead? Ringo?
Well, Ringo.
Ringo was he was the actual lead. That's right. Yeah. The rest of them just thought they were.
Everybody else shot. That's what it was.
George didn't sing that much, did he?
I mean, Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah, I mean, he sang some, but I think it was mostly Paul and John, right?
Yeah.
Cassisi says, "Hello, all. What's up, Cassisi?"
CC.
Let's see what this trivia thing says. It says Paul McCartney.
Okay. Really?
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah. That was interesting because I'm like, would it be Paul or would it be John? See, these are too easy. Who was the lead guitarist for Led Zeppelin?
The ZZ Top guy, the one with the beard.
The
one with the beard, right? Zoso.
Pete, do you know?
No, I don't know that.
Pete, he's British. He's British. You're supposed to know. Jimmy Page.
Oh, Jimmy. I know Jimmy Page.
Oh, that's right. I should have known that. Yep,
he's good. Yeah,
he's good. Yeah, he's good.
He's all right. He's a hack. He's all right.
Here we go. Oh, see this. What English rock band brought hysteria to the United States? Okay, so here's the question. Hysteria is not capitalized, so I'm going to say it's not one but the other.
Sure.
Because if it was capitalized, it would mean another band. You guys with me at all?
Was it the Spice
Girls?
Girls?
Who brought hysteria?
Was it the
Spice
Okay, I want to.
Brought hysteria to the United States.
The Beatles.
See, I guess.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Beatles. Of course, I was a Who fan, so maybe.
Well, I'm going to say the Beatles too because of the hysteria. However, if it was a capital H, then I would have said Def Leppard because their song is hysteria, right?
Right. Yeah.
It does say the Beatles.
That's out of my wheelhouse. I don't know too much about Def Leppard.
Yeah,
because they were meaning actually being.
That's right. That's right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, the drummer had one arm. That's what I remember.
But he didn't always have one arm, though.
No, he did. But he still.
Yeah.
Look, he lost that arm, but he came out and he persevered.
He did.
Yep.
He did.
He sure did. He had two arms on the first 2 or 3 albums, I think, and then he got in a car accident. Okay, here's a Lord of the Rings trivia question.
Yay!
Oh no.
Who bought 3 horses?
3 books.
Who bought 3 horses that were used in the films?
Oh.
That main guy. The main dude. Yeah. Vimo, whatever that guy's name.
Strider.
Oh, yeah. How did y'all know that?
He struck me as a horsey sort of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember reading it somewhere.
Viggo
What's his
Mortensen,
name?
yeah.
Viggo,
yeah.
Mortensen.
Yep, he adopted them kind of thing, and I think they gave them to him.
This is a loaded question. Who doesn't like the Lord of the Ring trilogies?
BJ.
This is on this trivia site. So
Really?
Oh,
yeah. I'm
I thought you were just
Jackson, right?
I thought you were doing a personal question.
Oh, was it the Tolkien family?
Who doesn't like George Lucas?
C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis.
Um,
Pete's right. Pete's right. It is Peter Tolkien.
Yeah, it was his son. Was it his son or
What?
grandson?
It doesn't say the
his
exact
son's
relationship.
Christopher.
Probably his grandson. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
but it
it's
does say
Christopher.
Peter Tolkien. So I did
Yeah, I
not
read
know
that
that.
somewhere.
well, he can just give up all that money. I guess he can send it on to me if he doesn't
All
want
right. Last question: who climbed the mountains of New Zealand daily to get on set?
What?
There you go, Mortensen.
Who climbed the mountains of New Zealand daily to get on set?
That sounds like a Christopher Lee.
Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo Baggins.
Ian,
No?
No, because
Frodo did it. Frodo. He had to
I have
climb up the thing and throw the ring in and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
if
I
it's
have
not
no
Chris,
idea.
I would say not Christopher Lee, but it does sound like a very Christopher Lee thing to say, only because of Christopher Lee's age at the time. I'm still going to go say Viggo Mortensen because he was a very spiritual person.
Which one is Christopher Lee?
Sauron.
Sauron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sauron.
all right, I got you.
Which one's Christopher Lee? Good Lord.
Sorry.
You never, the Hammer pictures? You never saw the
The dude,
I don't
the
really
dude
know
that
Christopher
played.
Lee.
Supposedly, Christopher Lee was the basis for James Bond, his real life,
Oh, is that right?
because
Really?
he was very good friends with
Fleming?
what's his name? Wrote James Bond,
Ian Fleming?
Ian Fleming.
Ian Fleming, and Christopher Lee was part of a very secretive group during World War II and went on various missions and things and did various things.
I give you a piece of trivia about that and that's why I totally believe that, because when Peter Jackson told Christopher Lee to scream like he's been stabbed in the back, pretend like he's been stabbed in the back, Christopher Lee's like, he doesn't have to imagine it. He's been stabbed in the back.
Yes, he was saying, Christopher, you need to make this sort of sound. He said, no, Peter, have you ever been stabbed have you ever stabbed someone? He said, no, I have. It doesn't sound like that.
He was the only one that had the blessings of Tolkien to actually make a film version of Lord of the Rings.
Because he knew him. He knew him, yeah.
Wow.
He was
That's
supposed
pretty
to play
cool.
Gandalf, but I think...
And
I think Mr. C. Michael went over to that website and he's reading up on some stuff on the trivia site.
Something I just know from here. My wife,
Christopher Lee also released some like metal rock albums.
What? Really?
Yeah,
interesting.
He did it all, Christopher Lee.
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
So the trivia answer says to Who Climbed the Mountains says Sean Bean.
Oh, of course it was Sean Bean. What a guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I love Sean Bean.
And he lived through that one.
God, he's such an Englishman.
All right.
Well, I mean, did he have to climb it so he could make it on set because they wouldn't like pay for his shuttle from his hotel to film and that kind of stuff?
No, he sounds like a very frugal. He seems like a frugal man. He'd be like, no, don't. I'm not going to waste money on that. I'll walk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I'll just walk. Don't worry about it. I'll walk in.
That sounds like everybody at San Diego Comic Con on day one.
Yeah.
Right? No, I'll just walk. And then day two, they're like, no, let's take the shuttle.
Yeah, the shuttle.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's call that quits. Those were all just questions from these random generators here. So
those are fun.
We may have to do that some more. That was kind of fun. All right, so you guys don't forget that we've got an Indiegogo and a Kickstarter going on. Both of them are the same things. If you haven't had the links have been running along the bottom here. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, please check it out. Give it a look. I will say this: if you have no preference to the to the platform, Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and you're not looking for original art or the exclusives, consider backing the Indiegogo. We've made goal on Kickstarter. Now, if you're wanting original art, you're going to have to go to Kickstarter, because I just could not figure out a way. I was like, how can I offer the same page on the different platforms? Because what happens if someone backs and someone backs? I only got one page, right? So so I just said, well, I'm just going to put it all on Kickstarter. And so if you want the original art, you got to go to Kickstarter. But if you're just wanting the graphic novel, the collection, if you're just wanting all 4 issues, just want the run, consider going to Indiegogo and backing us there. We're trying to make inroads into that inroads is appropriate too, right? Into that platform, and we are 40% there, not quite there. We still got 2 weeks to go, obviously. And we don't have any stretch goals yet. Brent has had some personal disruption in his family, and so hopefully he'll be able to get with us as soon as he can. I know he's going to be wrapped up for several days, though, so we want to absolutely send him our thoughts, prayers, and best wishes, and all that other kind of stuff. So we'll figure something out, some kind of stretch goal for Kickstarter to see if we can't figure out. Meanwhile, where can folks find you online?
You can find me right now on Facebook and Instagram at C. Michael Lanning, on Twitter at CML80, right here on Silverline on Sunday nights. I need to get a link tree so you can just find me everywhere. Also on DeviantArt and ArtStation. You can check out that. I've been updating those lately. Don't get too much of a hit for them, so go check those out too. I've got some old stuff on there, so don't judge me on everything you see. But, so yeah, Facebook's probably the best place to find me, though, if you want to contact me.
Sounds good. How about you, Pete? Where can folks find you?
Oh, on the Google, they have to type in Peter Clinton Art, and that will take you to my website and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. So take your pick.
Sounds good. And Tommy, who is still in the car.
Still in the car. Yep, fixing to run in.
Just in the McDonald's parking lot.
I'm in the random now. I'm sitting out in front of I saw my wife flash the look out the window up there. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing out there?" No, look out there. Go to this Google.
You got her hamburger and it's getting cold.
No, she already got her something to eat, and she said, "Make sure you pick you up something because I'm not getting you any food." So I'm like, "All right, I'll eat that hamburger." But no, go on to Google and type in Thomas Flormonte, FLOR. Well, if you spell it right, unlike I did when I jumped in here. So it's FLORIMONTE, or you can go to Inferno Studios. There's links and things there. That's my own personal website for all of the publishing that I do. You can look for me on Facebook. Mostly I play on Facebook. I don't really get on the other ones all that much, but I do drop in from time to time, and on the what's that Insta thing? The kids call it the Insta.
Oh, the
is it the Insta?
The gram.
No, the tickety tick-tock. Is that what that one's called? Yep. The TikTok. I've got one. That one's Tommy Don't TikTok. If you want to go there. Remember, if I get 20 followers on TikTok, there's still only 11. So every time I come on here, I ask. I still only have 11 people following me on TikTok. Then I'm gonna get the rest of the guys to do a dance video at the show this weekend.
We're going to get you 20 followers at Daytona Beach. We're going to get you 20. Yep, and we're gonna get a live twerking.
Yeah, the bad part about it, you guys don't even follow me on TikTok. So what do you think, you're gonna get other people to follow me? No, that's not gonna work.
I don't even have a TikTok.
Yeah, I think you do. I think Peter is following.
Oh, I thought I was. I thought I was. I know. I got on there the other day, and I'm like, "Hey, wait, what's this? I have TikTok on my phone. I have TikTok on my phone because BJ put it there.
She put it there, so you can check out all the cool stuff. She makes us a bunch of good videos on it.
She does, yes, yeah. And I came across something today. I'm like, "Ooh, I need to get this artwork to her so she can make another one." So yeah, let me make sure that That volume's not up. It just started to play here, I think. All right. So
even though I was really busy today, I did have on my Silverline shirt. Is it backwards or is it facing the right? You never get these stupid phones to work right.
No,
right
it's good. Right. We see it fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And I am Roland. You can find me at all the social media places that you heard them talk about as under Roland Man, and I think I'm Man Roland on Twitter. Mostly you find me hanging out at the Silverline here on Sunday nights, occasionally some of the other nights. You guys hang around after this plays because we can't talk during it. But you know what time it is? It is time to say...
Make mine.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on here another hour and a half because